Before you spend thousands on another digital marketing agency or purchase another worthless course, or worst of all, listen to the latest fake guru, watch this video and learn how we generated over 7 figures in real estate commissions in the last 12 months. My name is Richard Soto, a real estate broker with VIP Realty, and I have absolutely nothing to sell you, so stay tuned.
This ain't a love song, it's a drilly. I'ma run it up to a million. Ice on my neck cause it's getting chilly. Geeked up in a party, don't be acting silly.
We're going to cover 4 different real estate strategies that we use on a daily basis. I didn't read this off a blog or regurgitate something I saw on YouTube. My team and I literally implement these strategies each and every day. The only issue that we have at our office is we don't have the manpower to follow up with all the leads that we generate. So if you implement these tactics, I can pretty much tell you that your business is going to explode. Now, these aren't free. This ain't calling for sell by owners or dialing for dollars. You're going to have to spend some money. It doesn't have to be a lot, but they are very, very effective. So let's start with a first strategy, and that's going to be SEO. SEO stands for search engine optimization. In simple terms, it means the process of improving your site to increase its visibility when people search for products or services related to your business in Google, Bing, and other search engines. The better visibility your pages have in search results, the more likely you are to garner attention and attract prospective and existing customers to your business. Moving on to number 2, and that's going to be social media marketing. Not only do we use it to generate leads, brand awareness, but we also use it for retargeting the people that have visited our website in the last 3 to 4 months. Social media marketing is the use of social platforms to connect with your audience to build your brand, increase sales, and drive website traffic. This involves publishing great content on your social media profiles, listening to and engaging your followers, analyzing your results, and running social media advertisements. Number 3, and that's going to be YouTube. Not only is your audience on YouTube, but it's the internet's second largest engine. YouTube can help improve your SEO and overall brand presence. YouTube allows marketers to present unique content that's easy for viewers to consume and share. Number 4, and that's going to be PPC or pay-per-click, and we specifically focus on Google when we're implementing this particular strategy. PPC stands for pay-per-click, a model of internet marketing in which advertisers pay a fee each time one of their ads is clicked. Essentially, it's a way of buying visits to your site rather than attempting to earn those visits organically or via SEO. Decided to jump onto the PC and cover each strategy that we implement here at VIP Realty, starting with my absolute favorite, and that's SEO. SEO is going to be more of a long-term strategy, but I can assure you the ROI in regards to search engine optimization is by far the best, without question, out of any of the marketing tactics that we do. So let's just jump on Google and kind of show you the differences in regards to SEO and how it can benefit you and your clients as well. As you can see, I did a quick Google search for Dallas commercial real estate. It's one of the key terms that we use. We started to rank organically without really attempting to be a commercial brokerage. However, over the last several years, we've recruited commercial agents because of the amount of leads that we receive on a daily basis. This year alone, we probably did about 80 million at least, if not more, in sales in commercial acquisitions. Our record of all time was this year on a multifamily unit that we closed on, and it was $55 million. Huge payday to say the least, and it was all because of our website's SEO. So for instance, here we did a search for Dallas commercial real estate, and we'll cover this later on in this video, but as you can see here towards the top, these are ads, which is pay-per-click, and we'll cover that later on in this video. But pretty much every website has a daily budget. It could be $5, it could be $300, but eventually if they get enough clicks, these websites will eventually disappear. And again, you have to pay every time somebody clicks and visits your website. So those are just ads. And here is the Google Map Pack. And this is the first organic listing, which is LoopNet. And if you know anything about commercial real estate, LoopNet is going to be the biggest database in regards to commercial real estate listings. So LoopNet's going to come in at number 1, then number 2, 3, CBRE, Century 21, and here we are at number 5. So, and this is just one of our websites. We're in multiple markets throughout the state of Texas, here in California as well. So click on it. We're going to give the client exactly what they're looking for, whether it's multifamily, warehouse, retail, office space, whatever the case is. So SEO, in my opinion, is the best thing to do. So anytime we go on a new market, we immediately start with the website and start doing the search engine optimization. We know it's going to take time. It might take 6 months. It might take a year. And it's difficult for most realtors and brokerages to spend money each and every month and not see any results because we don't have the patience. But if you have the patience and you have the resources to be able to optimize your website long term, this has made us tens and tens of thousands of commissions over the past decade, and it's all because of SEO. Another thing in regards to SEO, if you Google your name or your brand, you want to be able to dominate the first page of Google. And as you can see, look at the authority of our website here in Dallas. It's huge. Multiple websites, our Facebook page is optimized, our profiles on Realtor.com and third-party websites are optimized as well. Our YouTube channel is optimized as well. So you want to optimize everything that you have access to, whether it's your brokerage site, your personal real estate website, your Facebook page, your Instagram page, everything. Realtor.com, a lot of agents don't fill out that profile as well, and it carries a lot of authority. So anytime someone Googles your brokerage or mainly your name, you want to be able to dominate the first page of Google and look like the authority. Even though you might not be, the perception will be that you're the authority in real estate in your local area. So each market that we go to, the very first thing that we focus on is going to be SEO. Moving on to the second strategy here, and that's going to be social media marketing. We are huge on Facebook, and we mainly use it for two different reasons. One, it's a great lead generation source, and two, it's great for branding. So we place very inexpensive video ads and photo ads that generate us a lot of commissions each and every year. I'll log into the ad center and show you one or two of the ads that have been very successful for us. A lot of these are just a couple of cents, and they will be effective. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to generate business, and Facebook is a great method to do so. Okay, for instance, this ad right here has been extremely effective. I've ran it pretty much for the last year, have gotten thousands of clicks, and I know for sure it's contributed to at least 5 different new home purchases. And let's see, I can tell you right now how much I spent year to date on this. As you can see, the average click cost us 19 cents, which is nothing. So let me see, let me move this out the way. Let's go all time. Let's see if I can go to 21. Let's update it. So I've spent I've spent almost $2,000 in the last 12 months. And I can assure you, the minimum of 5 homes that I know for sure, it's hard to track because sometimes they might not buy any home and purchase a resale, or they might list, whatever the case is. But what I can contribute to this ad alone is 5 home purchases. And I can assure you, we earned a lot more than the $2,000 that we spent thus far. So will I continue to run this ad? Absolutely, without question. I'm not going to cover in depth how to run a proper ad. If you're interested in learning more, leave a comment and I'll be happy to go in depth on each tactic, whether it's SEO, social media, YouTube marketing. Just want to kind of cover the highlights of what has worked effectively for us in the last 12 months. So with Facebook, you can target really well, whether it's by city, radius. You can upload your own client list and retarget leads. You can put a Facebook pixel on your website. So for instance, if someone visits, I have a ton of websites, but someone visits this particular website, we have a Facebook pixel here. So anytime they come here, we track them, and if they go to Facebook, our videos are going to be retargeting them, our ads are going to retarget them. So we want to stay top of mind with consumers when they visit our website. Oftentimes, they could find our website doing a search on Google, but they might forget about us, or they might not recall the URL or the domain name of which they visited. So we want to retarget those people to stay top of mind. Facebook and Instagram, in particular for us, have been great resources in regards to retargeting. So there's a lot of things you can do with social media marketing besides just trying to generate leads. It's great for branding. It's great for retargeting, brand awareness. It can do a lot. So that's why it's one of our favorite marketing tactics, just under SEO. Okay, moving on to number 3, and that's going to be YouTube. I've had this YouTube channel for years, but quite frankly, I never did anything with it up till I'd say about 14, 15 months ago. I actually took my time and put in effort into growing the channel. I did not believe a year and a half ago or so that it was going to produce the fruits that it has thus far. Our channel literally went from about 20, 30 subscribers about 15 months ago to almost 10,000. Our goal for the last 12 months was to get to 10,000. We fell a little bit short in 2021, but I'm not complaining. Some of the videos, and you can always sort. If you ever go to somebody's YouTube channel and you want to see what their most popular videos are, just go to sort by, hit most popular. As you can see, we have videos that have 160,000 views, 100,000 views, 80, 70. All this exposure is absolutely free. It didn't cost me a dime. If I had to pay a TV station or a radio station to get this type of exposure, we would spend thousands of dollars each and every month. YouTube allows us to get great branding absolutely free. And not is it only great branding for our company, for myself. We generate dozens of leads each and every week that are relocating from across the country and around the world. A huge portion this year, which has been a blessing for us, have been clients relocating from the California area. But again, we get clients from New York, from all over the place, the other side of the world. It is amazing how much business YouTube can garner for you. And again, it's free. You can use your cell phone. You don't have to have fancy equipment. You can go back on my videos and see how terrible they were initially. And the more you do it, the better you get with it. With YouTube, it's just like SEO for your website. You want to do your keyword research. You want to optimize your titles. You want to have great click-through rates. And again, not trying to get so in-depth. If you want me to go in-depth, there's a video that actually on this channel that goes in depth, and it's a great YouTube tutorial for you to view if you'd like to learn more on how to optimize and create a great channel. But YouTube has been an absolutely amazing for us. It's grown our brand, and it's generated us thousands and thousands of dollars in commissions in the last 12 months. And another thing you can do right here is, let me go to the About. So as you can see, probably in the last 14, 15 months, well over 1 million views. That's amazing. It's free. I can't stress it enough. It is free traffic. And you can have fun getting out in the community, looking at homes. So it's very enjoyable. It's an enjoyable task to do YouTube videos. So if you're not doing it, I highly recommend it. Moving on to the fourth item in regards to what we do on a daily basis to generate more leads than we can actually call back, which is a problem, but it's a great problem to have. I would rather have too many leads and not enough agents on my team than to have too many agents and not enough leads. So the fourth strategy is pay-per-click, which I've been doing for over 15 years. I'm pretty good at it, I must say. and it's extremely effective. So anytime we go into a new market, because I know SEO is going to be a long-term game plan, I immediately start doing PPC on the very first day. As we're going into California here next week, my strategy is going to be build out our website, which is pretty much done, work on our SEO, but in the meanwhile, I will be doing pay-per-click immediately on the very first day. So let's take a look at some different ads that you might see on a PPC campaign. Let's just go, let's just go condos for sale. And this, again, we covered this a little bit earlier. So the longer the keyword is, which is called a long tail, the less expensive it's going to be. So Chicago condos for sale is going to be less pay-per-click than, say, Chicago real estate, because Chicago real estate is going to be very competitive. And better yet, if we drilled it down to a specific condo tower in Chicago, it would be even less per click. And even better yet, it would probably be a higher converting lead than a short phrase keyword. It's just something to keep in mind when you're setting up your PPC campaign. And again, be happy to go in depth if we get enough comments below. So as you can see, this is going to be an ad. Anytime we click on it, let's just click on it. I don't know, probably cost them $2 or something like that. This is going to be a particular condo residence. It's not necessarily a brokerage or a realtor website. And you kind of just go down the list. Zillow's running some ads. And again, this is SEO. These are organic. And you can do PPC on anything. So let's Google Chicago apartments for rent. And again, as you can see, very clear ad. And the reason the ad is first is because they're paying for that high position. So you just want to be very strategic when setting up your PPC campaign. But what I can tell you, if you set up your PPC campaign properly, you're way better off doing that than buying Zillow leads, Realtor.com leads, or whatever the case is. Anytime that you can control the traffic to your own website, whether it's your brokerage website or your personal website, you're way better off than purchasing leads. VIP Realty, we've never purchased leads from a third-party vendor ever because there's no need to. It's less expensive. It's more beneficial. We convert them at a higher rate if we generate those leads and bring them directly to our website. So that's just something to think about. As real estate agents, I know we get bombarded with a bunch of ads on how to generate leads. Don't believe the hype. There are so many fake gurus out there. It is mind-boggling. I see people trying to coach, train, and sell courses, and they haven't sold a home in 15 years, yet they're trying to tell someone how to be a top producing agent in 2022. Or I see other fake gurus trying to sell a YouTube course, an SEO course, when they don't generate any business or traffic. Especially with YouTube, it's easy to buy views. It's easy to buy fake likes. It's easy to take your video and put it in your group to generate a bunch of views. But at the end of the day, if you ever want to buy a course, and you don't have to, I'm going to provide you all the free content that I can, absolutely free, that we're actually doing that's actually generating us business. But if you want to buy a course, let me give you some advice. If somebody's telling you that they're generating tens of thousands of dollars in commissions from YouTube, ask them for their sales activity for the last 6 months, for the last 12 months. It's easy to have big claims on the internet. However, when I personally looked up these gurus and researched their transactions, whole different story. So it's easy to see who's being honest and who's being dishonest. And that's just from YouTube. In regards to SEO, I look at it this way. If you're trying to sell me a course or you're trying to sell me a marketing package on how to optimize my website or provide me a service, if your personal website isn't receiving thousands of visits each and every month organically, how are you possibly going to optimize my website? It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So don't believe the hype, guys. There's a lot of great free training materials right here on YouTube for you to take advantage of. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm about to start putting a lot of great free content and absolutely will take suggestions on whatever my viewers want to cover. And we're going to have the best year ever in 2022. So I'm excited for the journey and I hope you can be a part of it. And I'll see you on the next video.
Like, look, this ain't a love song, it's a drilly. I'ma run it up to a million. Ice on my neck, cause it's getting chilly. Geeked up in a party.